me. Come on strong, go on and love me. Let's not waste that big old moon. Wake up and smell the perfume. Just say if you want to be more than friends.
Go to door to door, please just listen to my presentation. Don't mean to knock that approach, but I have to say the pay it forward really hits home with that feeling of giving to somebody and kind of hoping if you're in need that comes around. And if it doesn't, you're still able to give. I don't know. I like that better than asking for a favor, and how you said that you're already halfway there.
Yeah. You know how to do it. I mean, all you have to do is say, don't worry about it. Just don't pay me back. Just pay it forward.
I wonder what that would do in the MLM industry if it went the other direction. Instead of calling up your aunts and uncles and cousins and saying, would you do me a favor and listen to my presentation, if they're actually calling up saying, hey, I'd like to pay it forward. I don't know if that would work in an MLM model.
Not so sure about that. I've got good friends in MLM as well, so I'm going to stay quiet at this point in time.
Well, that's where editing comes in handy. I can edit this part out, but I like the pay it forward. That's great. Anyway, are you the one that coined the pay it forward phrase?
No, the Catherine Hyde-White actually, who wrote the book Pay It Forward, and the movie was based on that. And you know, I've had some really cool things happen to me. She has a Pay It Forward Foundation. She's based in England, and she actually found out about what we were doing and approached us and asked us to be part of her LinkedIn group. So I'm actually in direct contact with her, and have not had a chance to really correspond with her per se, but you know, she's aware of what goes on. So the Pay It Forward philosophy is worldwide. I mean, there's a wide variety of things that are done on a daily basis for that. So it's really cool to see it. And one of the things I do teach the folks that I do LinkedIn boot camps for executives as well as for large corporations. And one of the things I talk about is the value proposition change, which is my subtitle, Changing the Value Proposition in Social Media. It really is about when you connect with somebody, the one thing that everybody will tell you I say is, please tell me how I can be of service to you. Now that is somewhat startling to folks who are expecting you to come in and connect with them and saying, okay, so I need a job, or I've got a great MLM, or here's, you know, the latest marketing thing that I'm doing, and please pay attention to it. When I come in and ask to talk about them as opposed to me, you know, that really changes the value proposition. So folks come away from that going, okay, this is different, and I can engage with this person because he's really not, at this point in time at least, not expecting anything in return from me. So if we all thought about that way of thinking, you know, it'd be fascinating to see what might happen as a result.
Well, and I think that is changing. I've heard that phrase before. I think even 10 years ago, I had a fellow musician that said, what is it that I can do for you? And I'm looking at him, and I won't mention his name right now, but he's very well known. I'm sure you've heard of him. I'm like, wait a minute. Where's the catch? Why are you offering to help me out?
And you're right. I get that on a regular basis too. Folks are saying, okay, so where's the catch? What no catch. You know, it's just, you know, if you need something, just let me know, and we'll take it from there. And you're right, though, it does come around. There's no doubt about that. When I left Eye Contact and decided to go back into consulting, you know, within 2 weeks, I had 3 clients already set up. And I believe a lot of that has to do with where I was coming from. So as far as being a pay it forward advocate and somebody willing to help out. When it was my turn, they were helping out.
Do you think it helps to create that sense of belonging? As far as I heard something at a conference, and I've probably quoted this so many times on interviews, and it's not mine, so I'll give credit to this Thrive conference. But sure, rather than looking for that place of belonging, creating a sense of belonging, and people will come.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's the Field of Dreams thing, right? I mean, you know, build it and they will show up. But yeah, to a certain extent, there is, you know, that I have a tendency to hang out with people that I want to hang out with and that I feel comfortable with. And, you know, I got an email this morning from a particular gentleman said, you know, I'm disconnecting myself from this organization because I don't believe in what they're doing anymore. You know, and that's a big part of that. I need to hang out with people who I'm comfortable with, who I believe are ethical, moral, and good people. And so, yeah, I think think you find those people almost, it's an affinity, if you will. And folks will hang out with other folks who they believe are going to be good people, who are going to help out when it's needed, and that they can help. So yeah, I think you're right.
And bringing this full circle, it seems that social media, if used properly, not that there's a definition of properly, but if used in a way to connect with people. I mean, humans existed before traditional PR. They existed before social media. Using it to connect with people and help people really makes social media quite an exciting tool.
Yeah, and in my book, there's a lot of axioms, a lot of phrases that I use. So, I'm the type. I'm a Seth Godin reader. That's Seth is the type that enough information, what he calls hidden treasures and nuggets, and it's just enough information. And one of my axioms is you really need to treat your connections like they're standing right in front of you, that there's somebody behind the computer screen. And we lost that, I think, when social media first started to really take hold. A lot of people were, the text messaging and the just the posting, whatever, a lot of people forgot who was behind that text message or that post. And I think it's coming full circle these days. And we're seeing a lot more of, we're all part of a community. I mean, a wide variety of things, everything from the political side all the way through to the, the tragedies that occur over the last couple of months. I mean, it's just fascinating to see how people are connecting.
Oh, it is. Even the, I watched Obama after the horrible Connecticut shooting. And I realized that that's a broadcast method, but it's coming over, was it CNN or, one of them as far as the video, but feeling that connected with not just the president, but the father, saying, wow, I feel that tear that's coming out of your eye right now. And part of that with the social media does allow us to connect. Okay, maybe not send text messages to the president. I don't know if that would be.
Probably not a great idea.
But that's great. Wow, I started thinking about the Connecticut shooting, and now my brain is off another direction on that one. But ladies and gentlemen, Chuck Hester, and I'm going to let you say your book, because I'm sure I will leave out a word, but I want to go get this book and read it, and all the nuggets and wonderful things. You've got a glimpse of that in this interview, and you'll get more even reading his book.
Great. It's linking into Pay It Forward, changing the value proposition in social media. Best place to get it, because I'll send you an autographed copy. Not that that's exciting right now, but who knows? Is book. The URL is actually book.chuckhester.com. That's the easiest place to find it. Of course, I'm also available on Amazon and on Kindle as well. But book.chuckhester.com will get it directly to me, and I'll ship it out directly.
Excellent. I will put that in the video so people can see it visually and go visit you. And thank you so much, Chuck Hester, for joining us for another Social Web Cafe interview. We've really learned a lot.
Don't you want to kiss and hug me? Come on strong, go on and love me. Let's not waste that big old moon. Wake up and smell the perfume. Just say if you want to be more than friends. Got some love I'd like to make. Baby, you can squeeze me, I won't break. We could be in a paradise, you and me. Until then, I'll remind you again. Just say when. Oh yeah, until then, I'll remind you again. Just say when. Just say when.